The signal. Prepare for the cosmic transmission.
Welcome back, friends. My name is Sascha Rossaint, and you're listening to The Signal. In this week's episode, I want to talk about balance. Well, as we go through life, you might have noticed that everything and everybody's trying to pull you one direction or the other. If you look at the political world, it's totally polarized between left and right. If you look at the social experiment that we are participating in, it is totally polarized between opposing views, and it's seemingly impossible to reconcile. And over the past 20-30 years, I've really observed those extremes escalate more and more. And obviously, as you know, the German politician Goebbels said in the 1930s, he who controls the media controls the people. I'm just freely quoting here, but that's more or less what he said. And I think in today's world, it's very easy to see how we're all being manipulated. We're all being torn in either direction. And if you're using social media, the algorithm caters to you and caters to exactly what you like to see. So we have all these different echo chambers building up. Echo chambers on the right, echo chambers on the left, echo chambers wherever you look. And what that really does is it silos human beings in society from each other. And what that does further is it disconnects humanity as a whole. So now in the West, we have a world in which you have many, many, many people walking around in their own little bubble, in their own little universe, which is reaffirmed constantly 24/7 by the device and the media that they carry around with them in their pocket without realizing that's a 24/7 Psyop we live in, and that we are just the puppets. So the real question is, who are the puppet masters? And if you don't want to get too deep into conspiracy theories or into these weird rabbit holes that you could get into, really all you have to know is that we are being played at a large scale. And once you come to the realization that we're being played, then it's the next step to just say, okay, I don't want to be played. I will withdraw myself from this whole drama. And when you start coming to the conclusion that you're being played and that you want to withdraw from the whole drama, that you don't want to be a puppet anymore, that you don't want to play that game anymore, then you make the decision to go inward. And really only when you make the decision to go inward and to protect your boundaries and to not give in to all of these manipulative energies that are trying to pull you either way is when you can come to a point of balance. Because the powers that are in control really have zero interest in having humanity live at a point of balance. Because being at a point of balance, living from a center point, living from a point of equilibrium, means that you would stand in your power. It would mean that you stand in your truth. It would mean that you live from love, from light, and as a divine child. Whereas if you are polarized, if you are pulled in one direction or the other, it means that you are just living a fraction of your whole potential, because you are living through the illusion. You are living in a quality, in a field of energy that has qualities versus the unconditional, qualityless field that is at the core of everything. And so there is a true interest of the forces behind everything to keep us enslaved, and the only way to keep us enslaved is to keep us polarized. All of these things tie in together very well once you see it, and once you see it, there's really only way, as I said before, the way is the way inward. And one thing that I have definitely done is pay way less attention to the news. Of course, it's interesting to learn and know about what's going on in the world, but even that is questionable because whatever we're being shown, and it doesn't matter if you watch CNN or Fox, it doesn't matter if you listen to Alex Jones or this or that, it's always just a tiny window of reality. And whoever selects what they're going to show you has an agenda. They have an opinion, they have a set outcome, and they have a goal which they want to reach. And so in that context, you are the victim. We are all the victim. We are the victim of media no matter what, which is why personally I have opted for paying way less attention to news, to the media in general, being way more selective and spending way more time in nature and just, to be honest with myself, listening in and tuning inwards with meditation, with prayer, with just focusing on the presence rather than being in some future scenario of worries or past scenarios of anxiety. The presence really is what holds the power, and whoever's trying to pull you out from the presence has an agenda. And I want to leave you with that message for today, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this episode. See you on the other side.